Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FSEconomy with me and your herd 37. So I was looking around for some flights, and I finally found one. We're going to be flying the Beechcraft King Air 350. We're actually going to have to, though, use the default one, which kind of sucks, but it's still not a terribly bad plane, so we'll be using that one. And we're going to be taking off from 1M1, which is North Little Rock Municipal in northern Little Rock. And if we go over to my flight, I'm going to go to KAGO, Magnolia Municipal in Magnolia, Arkansas. And we're going to be using the King Air 350 like I said. Let's see. Go over to my flight again. As you can see, it's 108 nautical miles. We have 10 people. We can hold 14. But we're taking 10. You can see each one of them pays $855 for the trip. One bad thing about it is 1M1 is this airplane's home airport, and it does carry quite a penalty for flying away. I think it's like $500 for 100 nautical miles, so we'll probably have to pay a good little fine for that. Not fine, but fee. I can go 248 knots. It can hold 540 gallons of fuel. Right now it has 194, using 142 an hour, so we've got plenty of fuel, so we don't need to worry about that at all. It's got obviously VFR, IFR, autopilot, and GPS. Alright, so go back over to my flight, and we're going to look at some things real quick. Alright, so you can see the weather here with the arrows. As you can see, if I zoom out at most places, the wind is actually blowing from the north. That's kind of crazy. There was more weather stations just a little bit ago showing the weather. But yeah, because I know there was one over here, and they're all blowing north to south. So 1M1, I'm going to show you. 1M1, we're going to be taking off on runway 5, which is heading a 054. You see it's basically 5,000 feet long on this runway. And then we can go over to KAGO, Magnolia, and we'll be landing on runway 36. It's actually going to be a heading of 358. I'll show you in just a second. You see Magnolia down here, and you can see the wind all around is still blowing from the north. So we'll go over here to ANAV. Now I don't worry too much. Well, this is not even the right one. Cork. I don't know how that one got in there. 1M1. Cork. Well, maybe it is. K-O-R-K. It's kind of odd. I didn't even notice that. 1M1 takes us to that. I don't know if did they change the name. I don't even know. I'm kind of confused about that. But they have the right runways because we are using runway 5. Alright, but there's nothing procedure-wise here. There is the special takeoff since we're taking off there, but that just has to do with trees and things like that. So I'm not too worried about that. And then we can look at KAGO. There's actually a picture. Doesn't really help us a whole lot. But like I said, we're going to be landing on runway 36. Heading is 358. And if you look down here, there are some instrument approaches. This is for RNAV, the GPS approach for 36. Even though we're going to be VFR. But you can see this, like I said, 358 degrees. The airport and touchdown elevation are both 319 feet. You can see some elevation things need to be 17 feet there. Well, I should say the elevation of the ground. Things you need to watch out for. I'm not really too worried about that. Not a whole lot to do with that chart. But, yeah, we'll now go ahead over to FSX, and we'll get to flying. Here we are on the plane, everybody. Now, it's already started. I don't know if we should shut her down. And you can't really... It's one of those default planes, like, some of the... I guess you might be able to kind of start it, but correctly, but so many of these switches don't even work. I don't know, it's kind of almost pointless to shut her down and restart her. I think FSEconomy won't actually make you shut it down. You see everything is good. Start the flight. I don't like that. There it goes. But okay, all right, we are. It is going. So I guess you don't have to shut it down. I just really like to shut it down because it's just, you know, it's correct, but so many of the buttons don't even work. It's kind of almost pointless sometimes. Auto feather off. Now, I haven't flown this thing in like probably 2 years. So I can't even remember where a lot of this stuff is. Turn on the nav. Just mess with our lights. The beacon is on. I don't know if we need those lights on or not. If that's what you do at the runway, I can't remember. Pitot heat. We don't need any de-icing or anything. I heard the engines rev up. I'm looking for the auto feather. I can't even remember where auto feather is. See, like the bleed air doesn't work, so I was checking that out earlier. Yeah, I can't remember where auto feather is. Should we put that on normal? I'll put it up there at normal. Just moves everything else. Is the thing, and, you know, we've got the 2D, but I just can't remember where auto feather is. So GPS, move this down a little bit, out of the way. Alright, the parking brake is off. Let me close this back down. Hope if I hit the right button. Alright, we can go up to 8,500 feet. And like I said, we don't have to worry about those minimum safe altitudes because we're not going to be at 700 feet because we're coming around for runway 36. We'll be at 2,000 feet because I think we want to be 2,000 at Rapé and 1,060 at Zaglo. One thing about it is I don't know how to put waypoints in here with this. I can only go direct to. I don't quite understand that. I have to look all that up. Reset my altimeter. Bring up ATC. See, it's M1 is 1M1 on. And FSX and Flight Simulator had is 1M1 as well. It's kind of weird to me. So it's a runway for takeoff. Like I said, taking off on 5. We're going to be landing on runway 36. We'll say that runway 5. That's our taxi. And I'll move this over to GPS. And like I said, 054. I thought it brought up the heading, but you can't see it. Heading hold selector, the course. About right there. And we're taking off on runway 5. I think we're going to have to go on down there. Alright, so I can't remember if I turned my taxi light on. Are you serious? Can I not hit my taxi light? Are you kidding me? You gotta be able to turn the taxi light on. No? Can I seriously not hit the taxi light? I can turn on the other ones, but not the taxi. I can turn on the landing lights, but not the taxi light. That's kind of odd. Anyway, parking brake is off. Go ahead and taxi on down runway 5. It's been so long since I've flown this thing. And it's still throwing up that auto feather is off, but like I said, I can't find out where it is. See, it's got all the de-icing. I'm gonna have to turn that off. Stop it right here. Because I just wanted the windshield heat. But turn on the heating for everything, de-icing for everything. Wow, this thing gets going really, really quick. We had problems with this one before, an air hauler. Back before I was messing around with the air hauler, this is one of my favorite planes to fly, as far as default planes go. But we did have, you know, like I said, some problems with it. Man, she gets going in a hurry. I don't understand why. Alright, so we need to taxi on down to the right. Go ahead and put out some flaps. See how many, I can't remember how many notches. There's 2. Alright, so it's only got 2 notches. Takeoff and approach, I guess. And we're just idling. She wants to get going quick. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to taxi on this other runway to get to 5. Or no, does it go across? Maybe it does go across. It looks like it goes across. I was gonna say I didn't see a taxi on to our left on the other side of the runway. Let's check real quick. See, it goes down there, probably far enough, and yet it doesn't go across over here. Nobody coming over here. We didn't see anyone over there when we were out. Go across. I guess we'll just go to the end. Shouldn't need much runway to get out of here, though. Especially as fast as she acts like she can go. Kind of hard to believe that I actually used to like this plane, because when you really look at it and start looking at stuff, it's really not that well done, is it? Visually and the way it works. Can't even use the taxi light. Alright, let's stop her right here. I was kind of thinking maybe I should look for auto feather again. I just don't understand where it is. Right, because that's just all the pop-up windows. Just don't quite get it. Because I can't remember where auto feather is. Alright, bring my GPS back up. And let's hit the landing lights. Strobe. Make sure that works. And we're going to be departing actually to the south.
1 Mike 1 traffic Beech November 350 Kilo Alpha taking off runway 5 departure to the south.
So we're clear there. As far as I can tell, we're clear here. I haven't heard anyone on the radios. We'll just do a little rolling takeoff. Go ahead and get on out of here. Wow, she's going real left. Go ahead and rotate. Man, she got up quick, didn't she? Positive rate, gears coming up. Auto feather went off. Go ahead and retract the flaps. Really kind of awkward flying this thing. Bring the nose down a little bit. Climbing a little too quick. Let's head out to the left. Man, we're climbing so fast. At 2,000 feet a minute. This feels like she's got tons of power. Bring down the nose a little bit though. She's getting up to 3,000 feet now. Make it a little bit sharper. Because I'd like it to get out and take a look at Little Rock. I guess we're at northern Little Rock, so we can get a good... Since we're heading to the south, I guess we can see Little Rock. Take away that GPS. Autopilot, flight director. Hit nav, we've moved it over to GPS, so it'll follow that. On the yaw damper. Wow, Little Rock looks really dense. It's over to the right. Now, I don't remember altitude. So she will let me, I guess, climb at a certain rate. So I'll use that. Coming up on 7,000, like I said, we're gonna cruise at 8,500. Let's take a look outside. There's all kinds of airports. There's that one to the right. There's where we took off. Got this one over here. I don't know if that's KLIT. I think that's KLIT. Little Rock. Hell, there's one over there. Little Rock. I think everything's on extremely dense or very dense. I can't quite remember for sure. It looks pretty good. Alright, so she's gonna level out automatically, I guess, at 8,500, alright. Let me bring up the GPS. 105 nautical miles. It's gonna take less than a half hour to get there. And you know, one thing I forgot about this plane. Just thin it out, the mixture. Put it 80%. Alright, 80%. She got her speed. I'm going to pull back just a little bit on the throttle. Let's set our heading. Desired track 206. Kinda sucks. I thought this would tell me what the heading is. It doesn't. change this to 358. We land. Alright. Should be there in literally no time at all. So I'll go ahead and speed it up for a minute and we'll be right back. Alright, everybody, gonna slow it down here. About 29 miles out. We're gonna go down to 2,000. So pull back on the thrust. Get going too quick. I'll move my heading over here. We'll go out to the left. Switch over to heading. Look it up here on the list. Here we go. KAGO. Right there. Select a runway for a landing. We're going to be landing on runway 36. Full stop landing. And we'll announce our position.
Oscar, traffic, Beech, November 350, Kilo Alpha is 27 miles northeast, 7,600, inbound to land, runway 36.
I might move my heading a little too much to the left. Alright, let's go see if we have the procedure here. I'm guessing we do since it was the GPS. There we go. GPS for 36. And you did see repay down there, so we'll take the repay. Let me see something. I don't know if I can go back there or not. Activate the approach. Alright, so repay. At repay, we do want to be at, like I said, 2,000 feet. Let's see if I can. Hold local. I don't see Zaglo. It's alright. See, ZPEX, that's the missed approach. You go up to 2,000 feet. I didn't explain a whole lot about the chart there. I meant to say a lot more about it, because I was looking at it and studying it, but when it came time to make the video, I kind of just didn't say too much. I should have. Alright, we don't need to descend to that quick. So you can see now it's 30 miles out to repay. And we need to be at 2,000, which is only 2,400 feet. So we'll slow her down there. Let me move this to 90. There's 90 and 90. Alright. I don't know if any of that's actual functional, no. Alright, go ahead and speed it up a little bit here. So now we got, 27 miles to our pay. Or pi, I'm not sure exactly how would you say it. Because we just crossed 4,000 feet. Look at that one more time. See, Zaglos should be in there. I think it's I can't remember if it was before LOCIT or after it. So I remember seeing it. We can say ZPEX, like I said, is the miss approach at 2,000 feet. Go 2,000 feet, I believe it was direct to ZPEX. So I wonder if auto feather, I guess, just came on before we rev the engines up. I know you got prop sync right here, although I don't know if that works. A sync switch, I just don't see auto feather anywhere. I thought it would be down here. Yeah, don't you bring back the feather? I don't know where the auto feather switch is, though. I'm not sure how important that is. Head a little bit more over to the left. We're at 2,800 feet now. All of our lights are still on. We're good there. Should hold at 2,000 feet. Alright, 12 miles away from Repay. There's runway 36. There's Repay right there. I wonder if this is going to make me hold, though. I don't really like how I did that. Because I want to see what happens if I would have done that. Slow this down to normal speed. Select approach. So what happens if you do GPS 36 and you do vectors? No one's obviously going to vector us in. See, it just goes to localizer IT. Let's see if you activate that approach. I don't know if that's Repay or not. But see, it doesn't have the hold. The thing that confused me with that Repay is it's got hold. Increase the thrust just a little bit. I'm gonna come out to the left just a little bit more, so we've got a wider. We can make a wider turn there. I should have said that we were going upwind as well. Just messing with this thing, I completely forgot about the ATC. Alright, I'm going to switch this over to nav. We'll bring us around. I'm going to move our heading 358. With our runway. Decrease the thrust here. Decrease the thrust a little bit too much there. See, it's got Zaglo, does it not? Which is at 1,060 feet. The other one didn't have, although I don't see it listed here. That's where we want to be at 1,060 feet. I'm gonna put that at 1,100. Although it feels like we're already a little low. I'll hold it right here. I think we're gonna get there too quick if we descend too quick if we do that. As you can see, we're already low, and we'll get with our descent. We would have gotten there a little too quick. Although that's not Zaglo, I guess. HEO. All right. Start pulling back on the thrusters just a little bit. Start getting our speed down. .300. Now we're a little high. Couldn't see the runway. Back on the thrust a little bit. Go ahead and drop the gear. So now we're going to descend a little too quick. Bring my ATC up. That's where I'm final.
November 350 Kilo Alpha is on final, runway 36 to land.
Send a little quicker here. Start getting our flaps out. Had to get that speed down so I could get the flaps out. Second notch is out. Autopilot is off. Wow, just a little bit on the stick really moves the daggone plane. Like I'm bouncing all around. Holy Jesus. I'd have to adjust the controls to fly this plane. It's hard to keep her steady bouncing around like that. Wow. Hold on, girl. We went a little long. I knew that was going to happen. Wow, it's really hard to hold her steady. That was my biggest problem. Alright, retract the flaps. Alright, it looks like we can get off the runway up here. Well, that was a little awkward. Like I said, I haven't flown this plane in like 2 years, so it was a little odd. I think we were a little pitched up there for a while too. But I got off the throttles pretty early too, but she just, the speed just didn't really want to come down either. Alright, get off the runway here. Tell everybody we're clear. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Always forget, if you hit the parking brake, it does that. Just need to be able to take my hands off the controls. Strobe can come off. Landing lights can come off as well. And let's taxi on down to the runway. Or taxi to the runway, yeah. Taxi down to the gates here. We can finish her up. Where is it? Magnolia Municipal in Magnolia, Arkansas? Never heard of it. That was a really quick trip, though. No, like I said, I used to really, really love this plane, but I don't know. I guess when you get into more advanced planes, you can see how crappy they really are. I think we did. Yeah, we did fly this in air hull or something. I want to remember going to like Raleigh-Durham in this thing. Like, didn't we have to take one trip twice or something, like 2 trips to do one job or something like that? I vaguely remember that. We've got the King Air 200. We didn't use that in an air hauler. I don't remember if I even had it then. But I think it's better to fly that than fly this. Alright, I'm going to pull over to the right. Turn, girl, turn. Park her right here. Whoa. What's up with the sound? Put the parking brake on. Turn our... How did the taxi... Oh, that's right, we can't mess with the taxi. Forgot. Put the fuel. Turn the beacon nav. All the lights off. I won't mess with it any further to do that, since we didn't even start it up. It's kind of weird. Let's go over to FSEconomy and get paid. Alright. So we'll go over here, refresh this. I'm always worried it's still going to say departing, like I've screwed something up. We'll go over to the log. Alright, so the income for it was $8,550. We paid $700 an hour to rent the plane. We rent it for 48 minutes. We paid $563.50. A lot of the King Air 350s were pretty expensive to rent. I looked at a bunch of different places. They just needed to have enough jobs, you know, to make it worthwhile. We used $343.52 worth of fuel, $855 for the ground crew fee, $855 for the booking fee. Total additional cost $2,053.52. And that was $500 fee for 100 miles that you go away. So we paid $538.51 on that. Bringing our actual earnings to $5,394.47. Go over to the bank. This was a weird episode. I don't know if I liked this episode or not. It just felt awkward. 53. Like, things didn't go the way I was expecting them to go. It just got awkward. And deposit that. So we're up to 114,000. I know we don't have enough, but I kind of wanted to look, search. Man, this changes all the time, doesn't it? Bank owned, player owned, doesn't really matter. I just want something like a little Skyhawk or even a Beechcraft. Like, I bet the Beechcraft be. Where's the 58? But that's pretty expensive. We've got that by Coronado. Yeah, 252. So we're not even like halfway there. Yeah, 300, 400,000. So we'd have a way to go on that. Let's see. Because I can never remember how much the Skyhawk costs. Little 172 Skyhawk. Search that. Ooh, 100,000. That's over in Europe. Yeah, Cologne. The cheapest one here is in the United States, over in Sacramento. 130,000. So we're not that far away from something like that. But these are all for sale, huh? There she is. But it's how she's broken down and needs repairing. Kind of figures that's why she's so cheap. I don't know. Alright. What is that? Alright, everybody. It was kind of a weird episode, like I said. I don't know. It was awkward. Things just weren't kind of normal. But hopefully all you all did like it. And, hey, I'll see you guys on the next flight.